Hi everyone, it's Ashley here, Nerfenstein. I'm just working on something for my grandson and I wasn't going to film it, but then I thought it might be of use to someone. So I've decided to film it. Sorry if I sound out of breath, I've been running around. I've essentially cut out two pieces of foam. This is the fairly thin foam, so not thick EVA foam, although if you're an adult, use EVA foam. And this is going to be a chest plate for some Wonder Woman armor. Now my grandson is obsessed with Wonder Woman, anything Wonder Woman, and he loves it, and he loves dressing up as Wonder Woman. But as you can see from the picture that I am including in this, his Wonder Woman outfit is not the best. And we're going to a superhero thing where kids will be dressed up, and I want him to have the outfit that he wants, which is Wonder Woman, but not look like a girl because he's a boy. Not that I mind that, mind you, but I think this will look pretty cool. Okay, so as well as the armor, I'm also going to be making a little headband. And to start that, I've literally just cut a strip and I have sized it so that when I glue it together, that is the circumference of his head. That'll be easy to do. That's just going to have some kind of thing on the front. I was going to make him a helmet with the cheek guards, sort of a Greek helmet, but I'm not sure. We'll see how we go. He might just want the wee headband because it looks more like Wonder Woman. And that's where we're at so far. I'm just about to start adding some detail to this chest plate. And also it'll be clipped up here. It'll probably be clipped on the sides down here. It'll be a lot shorter, obviously. I haven't cut the bottom of it off yet. And what else? It will have an underskirt of some kind, like Roman legionnaire, Greek centurion type underskirt. And I think that's all for now. So with regards to the detail, my initial idea was, I'll grab a bit of scrap and show you. So my initial idea was to just score it with the Stanley knife to get that sort of Wonder Woman shape. So I was going to score in, say, 1 millimeter or so. So there. And there. There, that just sort of pulls out a line of foam and gives you that indentation. But I thought when it's wrapped around his body, so when the clips are on, it's probably going to pull it apart more than what I want it to be. So I've decided, instead of scoring the actual foam, also it's quite thin foam, so instead of scoring it with the pattern, I'm going to use some of this crappy craft foam and glue the pattern on top of the thin foam. So that's what I'm about to do now. This is my own design, roughly based on the Wonder Woman armor and Greek centurion type armor. I'll speed the next bit up because it's going to be super boring because I'm going to be testing different sizes and shapes and things to kind of get that look. Just a quick addition to let you know if you're trying this as well. I've got two thicknesses of foam. This is craft foam thickness, so the stuff that you get in art shops. And this is a little bit thicker. And at the moment, I'm going to go with the thin stuff. Okay, there's part one done. You just need to sand off some of this super glue. Not that it matters because that'll give a little bit of added texture when we're painting it anyway. I am going to continue this sort of patterning wherever I feel like. And then do the back. The back will have less patterning on it, obviously, because the pattern on Wonder Woman's mainly at the front. I'm just doing a back breastplate because I'm going to attach a cloak to it, Thor style, if it works. I think my grandson would love that. So that's it, that's the first part done. I'll come back when all the rest of the patterning's done. You get the idea. You can just cut your own shapes or whatever. I mean, you could do this with circles if you wanted to. I'm just trying to get that sort of Wonder Woman look, so there's going to be various sort of pointing patterns, and then maybe some panels here, some here. You get the idea. Hi guys, stuck the extra bits on. I am just sanding back any super glue and sort of giving the edges a bevel, and I'm using my wonderful emery boards that I use when I'm doing Nerf. So I thought I'd just put this up for a minute so you could see what I'm doing. This is just to neaten the pieces that I have stuck on. You can see it's not perfect. I haven't measured every single thing. I mean, he's basically going to be wearing this for one day as far as I'm aware, so I don't want to spend hours and hours and hours on it. Plus, he is 3, and now that I've mentioned I'm doing it, he wants it now. So, try and get this done as fast as we can. Okay, now you can see the main missing ingredient on this armor is going to be the eagle's head. Wonder Woman has a cleavage, so hers is cut down. Wonder Boy, however, does not have a cleavage, so I've left his up around his neck. So I'm going to try and work out if we can put the eagle head somewhere on this design so it doesn't look more like Thor than Wonder Woman. But you get the idea. That's what it's going to look like. I think once it's painted in that deep red, it's going to look really cool with the gold highlights. There we go. It will be around like this. He's got a tiny little body, obviously. So that's it so far. Next time you see this, I imagine there'll be more detail bits, and we might work on some kind of eagle design. I'll probably do that maybe in a bit of a thicker foam so that it really pops from this. Hi all, just a quick update. I've been adding more strips to the armor. Just gonna fill it all in basically around to the sides, and then probably put some kind of Wonder Woman thing here. I've done the logo, which I am going, and I did that just by cutting out a crappy stencil. It's not exact, but it's close. I'm going to put that up here. We've got these bits here that go in here and in here, and that's where we're at the moment. I think obviously it'll look much better when it's painted as opposed to just this crappy foam. And at the moment, I'm just going to crack on gluing the rest of these on. I'm not going to bore you with it because it's super gluing. And as I said, do your own patterning. This isn't exact, but he's 3. He's not going to know it's not exact. I'm going to crack on, come back once all this is done, and we'll start doing a little bit more detailing. Back with another update. I am putting some little buckles on the side here so that when it's bent around, it looks like it's buckled. I just thought I'd show you how I'm doing these, otherwise you might be lost when it comes to seeing it all finished. I've got these things here called decorative tacks. You can get these in hardware stores. They're for like reupholstering furniture, and they've got some really nice detail on the end. Hopefully you can see that. If you can't see it now, you'll see it when it's painted. You can get different kinds of detail, so I'm just going to find some that match, snip them off and glue them in here. Once you've got them, obviously I don't want to stick my grandson, even though the thickness it probably wouldn't go through, but just to be sure, I like to snip off most of the end. So we end up like that. It's a wee bit shorter and it'll still stick through the foam. when the time comes. I'm just going to stick a little bit more detail on these using some thin craft foam again, just to get rid of the scraps that I've got. Probably do either something down the middle or something on the outside. I'll just do that now on camera so you can see. I may end up doing this video, by the way, in 2 parts because otherwise it's going to be way too long. Again, and I know people get bored, so don't want you bored, I want you excited about your project. These were just freehand, which is why one of them's big and one of them's small, but I'm just going to put a big one and a small one on each side so it looks like it was meant to be that way. Stick something down the middle. For the ends, I'm just going to curve them off a little bit with some scissors freehand. Obviously, if you're doing this for your own adult costume, don't do it freehand. Make sure you measure everything out. This is for a 3-year-old. He is not going to notice that it wasn't done all measured out. He's just going to see it and be like, whoa, hopefully. I'll just try and finish one so you can see the effect. Things falling off. I need to clean this table, don't I, guys? What a mess. I'm hoping I'm not going to run out of glue. So I'm hoping to get the main build of this finished today. Just working out roughly where that's going to go and piercing the foam. Bit of glue underneath. And you're in. Just come through the other side like a millimetre, which is good because it'll hold onto there. And I'm going to stick 2, which is why I got so many out. So again, snip off the sharp end. Pierce the foam. Bit of glue. Push it down. There, that's one done. It looks rubbish now, but once it's painted, it'll look cool. It'll look like little leather straps. And these are going to go here. So there'll be 2 on each side. It's just to give a little bit of texture where there is none, because the sides are pretty boring. It'll go around like that. Okay, so now that we update done, next up, finishing these and then trying to work out what I'm going to do here at the base of the armor. Update! Got the back cut to size. Got the little, I don't know what you call it, headpiece maybe. Just got to glue that, but my super glue's terrible. It's just not gluing at all. Hopefully you can see that. It's just made out of foam. Rough cut. That should look pretty cool. I'm wondering whether or not to put some cheek guards on it, because he's a boy obviously and looks like Greek soldiers. That was a thing. So I'm not sure. I might leave it. And here's the actual armor. Oops. Got the little buckle things on. Haven't worked out what to do down here yet. It looks like there might be like a gold belt or something down there. Got the logo on. And that's about it. I need to work out how I'm going to attach them. Because as I said, armor's not my thing, but I think most people use luggage clips. But it's coming along. Quite happy with it so far. It'll look cool once it's painted. Yeah. I think this has turned into less a tutorial, more just a project walkthrough really. Because there's too much to film. If I filmed everything I was doing, I've literally been in here since 7 o'clock and it's now 2 o'clock. So way too big of a video. So I'm going to put this one up once I've finished all the pieces, and then I'll put up a separate one painting everything once it's all finished. So that's where we're at the moment. Hey everyone, I thought I'd better do an update because I've done quite a bit since my camera was last on. So I've done a belt type thing. It's going to go on the bottom of the front of the armour. I've heat formed the armour. If you don't know how to do that, EVA foam will just stay in a rough position that you put it in if you hit it with a heat gun and then hold it for a little while. So as you can see, instead of flopping back now, it's all sitting upright. I added the little buckles. I can't remember if I showed you those last time. And I've just made some Greek, ancient Greek armour, like, I don't know what they're called. Are they epaulettes? I'm not sure. The buckles that go across the top anyway. So that should look pretty cool once it's done. And that will give me something to join the back of the armour on to as well. The belt bit, I think it goes this way. Not sure how tall he is, so I'm waiting for him to come over so that I can shave the bottom off. But this is just going to go around here somewhere. And then the rope attaches to this. And maybe the sword, I'm not sure, but that'll go roughly there somewhere. So it's looking all right. And the scoring I just did literally with the metal ruler here. I just dug it in. Laziness. I'm in a hurry, I'm trying to get it done. So that's where we're up to. I think I showed you the headband thing. I did sand that all down on the belt sander and managed to get it glued as well. So I haven't added the cheek guards yet. Still thinking about that. So that's where we're up to. Mainly just cutting and gluing, whatever you think goes where. I haven't got a pattern or anything. It's all just in my mind. But I think it'll look all right once it's done and the sword's attached to the back. I'm going to make a scabbard for the sword as well. So I'm going to paint the sword as well. That'll probably be in a completely separate video because this one's run on so much already. So that's where we're at. Looks like it needs re-glued. Yeah. Thought I'd better do a quick video update on how the armour is going. It is pouring rain here at the moment, so I'm having to plasti dip inside my garage, which is not ideal. I've made this little box here, but the fumes in here, it's really bad. And needless to say, I'm using my mask, but I can't leave the mask on the entire day. So that's the stuff you want if you want to seal your foam. Just plasti dip. A spray dip, you can see I left this one out in the rain. It's totally soaked. This one here is drying. This is the main body, and this is the headband. Yeah, so that's where we're at the moment. I added these bits on, sort of Greek armour. Added the belt, and I think that's all I added since you last saw it. Probably just looks different because it's black, but that's where we're at. Sorry, the lighting's terrible. As you know, lighting here is awful. I'll show you this better once it's back over at the table when we're painting it. Last update for this video. The headband thing is done. The back plate is done. Sorry for that car going by. I've got the garage door open because of the fumes. And the main part of the armour is done. I'm about to paint it. However, given how long this video has gone for already, I'm going to separate it off into a painting video. So there you have it. Hopefully you like it, and hopefully my grandson will like it when he gets it. Hopefully it'll fit him, because I haven't done a fitting since I started, because he's at kindy. So there we go, about to paint this bad boy up. If you want to see that, I imagine the video will probably go live maybe tomorrow or the day after the maker video has gone live. As always, thanks for watching. If you've seen something that you have enjoyed or has helped you in some way, I'd really appreciate a sub. That's all for this video. I'll see you next time. Nerfenstein out. Last bit, just so you can see it whole. Here we go. Next up, painting.